Yeah, y'all gonna stop coming in my live talking about this Victor dude, bro. We hooping this year. Y'all gonna see.
Alright team, today we're talking De'Aaron Fox. Now I know there has been a lot of rumors surrounding De'Aaron Fox and the future of the Sacramento Kings. So today we're going to take a look at the Bill Simmons podcast, and they say that the Spurs should be tuned in to the De'Aaron Fox trade rumors. Now me personally, I've kind of been stuck on who would I rather have, Trae Young or De'Aaron Fox. I've been leaning towards more of Trae Young. But the thing that concerns me about him is kind of like the off-ball movement and the attitude side of things, whereas De'Aaron Fox, I think, would be a better fit culture-wise. Fox isn't a great three-point shooter, whereas Trae Young is a sniper. He also dishes out dimes, so I think he's like top 3 in assists. But De'Aaron Fox is also all-NBA caliber as well. So I don't know who I'd rather have. Y'all leave it down below in the comments. Who would y'all rather have? But without wasting too much time, let's go ahead and tune into the Bill Simmons podcast and see what he has to say. I'm not gonna lie, I don't tune into this podcast often. I haven't heard many takes from Bill Simmons, so I don't know if he's known for giving out good takes or not. So let me know what y'all think down below.
Well, last thing, like shout out to Brian Wright and RC and all those guys for getting grown-ups in that, like Harrison Barnes and Chris Paul.
Right.
Like it really did let this happen. So they do have another level to get to, and it's going to require some good front office craft to build this team around him.
They have to be staring at Fox a little bit.
I agree.
That would be the guy I would be at least having a meeting about when we get back after New Year's. Like, all right, hey guys, 1:30, we're going to have our 1.5 hour De'Aaron Fox meeting. And we've had our best 3 scouts watch his last 20 games. And what would this look like with Wemby? You got to talk that out and really figure it out, because this is a top 20 guy that might become available in a month. You know.
Well, last thing, like shout out to Brian.
Okay, so he doesn't really say anything crazy. He just says that the Spurs should consider and take a look at the possibility of what De'Aaron Fox and Wemby would look like. With this take, I do agree. I think it would be doing the Spurs a disservice to not look into this situation, because there aren't many times where a player of De'Aaron Fox's caliber is available, like Bill Simmons said. So I think it was quite obvious. Like, of course, the Spurs have to meet about it, and I think they will do their due diligence and consider what the asking price for Fox would be. So shout out to the podcast. Link is in the description. But let me show y'all something else. Shout out to Spurs Reporter for posting this. I think this came from Hoops Habit, and they posted a bunch of mock trades for De'Aaron Fox, and this was the one for the San Antonio Spurs. Now in this trade, the Spurs will be sending out Keldon Johnson, Steph Castle, Trey Jones, Chicago's 25 protected pick, Atlanta's 27 pick, and Sacramento's 2031 first round pick. I forgot that the Spurs had even acquired this pick in the Harrison Barnes trade, but luckily, we have this Sacramento pick, so if there were to be a trade for De'Aaron Fox, they would obviously send this one back. Don't have a problem with that. I also don't mind sending Chicago's 25 protected pick, but the pick I would actually want to hold on to is this 27 Atlanta. I would rather give up the Spurs 27 pick compared to Atlanta's, just because I think this Atlanta pick is going to be more valuable. I think it might be really valuable, considering if Trae Young is going to still be a Hawk or not. Nobody really knows if Trae is going to force his way out, so I would prefer to keep this one right here. Now, if this trade were to go down tomorrow, I would be okay with it if it didn't include Steph Castle. Like, I don't want to get rid of Stephon Castle. I think he's going to be really good. Really, you can have everyone else on the team besides the core 4, which I believe are Steph Castle, Sohan, Vassell, and Wemby. You replace any other player besides those core 4 in this spot right here, and I'd accept it immediately. That's just where I draw the line. Like, I'll give you Branham, Blake Wesley, both of them if you want it in this trade package right here, but I just don't think I could do Steph Castle. Now, I might sound crazy, but I want to see what Castle can become. He's shown great flashes already, and I just think it would be kind of dumb to send him out in this trade. And considering these players right here, Keldon Johnson, Trey Jones, those are rotational pieces, I do think you would be giving up a little bit too much throwing in Castle. Like, these are good players right here. Keldon Johnson and Trey Jones would help the Kings. Even if you want to flip Keldon Johnson for a first round pick, I'm pretty sure you can get one out of him. It just depends what the Kings are going to do. Are they going to tank? Are they going to try to stay competitive? But if the Kings are trying to stay competitive, I don't think you ship out De'Aaron Fox in the first place. So I think this trade would be signaling a rebuild to where you can tank with these players. The Spurs got the first overall pick and we had Trey Jones and Keldon Johnson on the roster, or you can send them off for some first round picks. Those are my thoughts on the trade. I would do this, just no Steph Castle, none of the core four. To be honest, if I'm sending any one of the core four, I'm sending Devin Vassell before I send Stephon Castle. Like that's just me. You could disagree. I don't really want to argue about it, but I'm sending Devin Vassell over Stephon Castle. So let me know what y'all think about this trade. What would y'all change about it? I think this is overall spot on. I would even give up one more first round pick to keep Steph Castle here. Not too sure which one. I'd have to look at all the picks. But let me know what y'all think down below. Shout out to Spurs Reporter for the post. And lastly, tonight the Spurs are playing the Denver Nuggets. I believe this video is going up before they play. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all be sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe as always. I'll be back to recap the Spurs versus Nuggets. But until then, I'm out.